They suffered a pretty brutal defeat there at the hands of TSM.
I mean, I didn't realize, like, AH, right, is Opwash and Muzenkov. They're directly next to each other, and he was just like, I'm going to pick this one.
I mispicked stuff in ranked.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear Brandon there, Muzen was actually a mispick. They wanted Pwash in that position there, but
Long live the tier list.
hey, obviously, if you lock in the god, that's who you're playing, baby. And Funballer, so it explains maybe a little bit more. Obviously, I think all the compositional analysis that we made still holds true, but when you come out of the gate like, oh man, we really didn't want this, I'm sure it's pretty tough to rally behind it and be like, no, we can make it work.
My question is who the Opwash was for. Was it instead of the Chronos
Zaylia.
or instead of the Scylla? Instead of
the Scylla.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So they drafted the Scylla. It was probably like Zaylia was like, I really want to play a mage, guys. And they're like, fine, play Opwash. And then they were like, he was like, well, I'm just going to pick Scylla. I still wanna play
Kieran's just like, no Opwash. We're going to pick this B.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the B, damn it. And there he is. It's Funballer, the man with the magic fingers.
He thought that was funny, too.
The drafter of Muzen. But Paradigm, after losing game number 1, they will select first pick, first ban status in game number 2, which is, once again, a little surprising to me, considering that they did not do very much with that Alquang.
I'm going to assume that they're going to ban Alquang.
I would hope they will ban Alquang.
I love the Athena ban here. This whole event, Athena has just been
Nonsense.
destroying. The taunts, getting beads, setting up everyone. Yesterday with the 4-man taunt into the Spirit Ball. Like,
yikes.
Did you scream?
I screamed Ismail Torres. That's what I screamed.
Greetings, traveler.
I was sitting next to his fiance, so we were kind of both screaming Ismail Torres. It's Alquang. Hey, let's just let him to the draft. To hell with it all. Amir, Ares.
Okay.
They're all here. All of the very best of the Europe is ready to play. In Paradigm, once again, they'll take it. And Solo Mid will likely take Bologna +1 Guardian. Yes, of course it is. The monster himself, Geb. Geb, while we were talking about Athena, right? To me, Geb has been the highest impact Guardian in this event.
Oh, by a lot of standards, you have to remember that Geb has one of the most overpowered moves, like in Smite. Geb's shield literally breaks the game. It says, nothing just happened to you, you're fine, just run away.
The biggest thing with Geb is, and I talked about it before, when there's a Geb in the game, as someone who CCs, you always need to get Geb plus. You can never just get one person anymore because it's irrelevant.
Right.
Which is why we see blinks coming out on Athena's to kind of make that happen. And in talking to the boys yesterday after Paradigm won the set, the consensus was it was just so annoying to play against Trixtank's Geb, and that's really what Geb does. He just beats you down over time. Like, all those kills you thought you have, you no longer have, and you just get frustrated.
So we're going to see Agni come out. Now, the Agni pick for Paradigm is great because by picking that mage early, it means that Funball can't pick a Muzenkov when they try to pick Opwash.
Well, I think they're just being a little bit more circumspect with exactly how they're drafting here, right? Like, Agni just obliterated Alquang in the last game.
See, Bart just made it sound like what I said was serious.
No, I'm serious. I mean,
Great casting.
I do think that they picked Agni here specifically because it's such a bad matchup for Kwang. I mean, he's the premier kind of burst damage mage that, by the way, also has a dot that just completely wrecks Alquang's life.
It's a little strange to see Agni, or rather Isis picked into the Agni, considering the fact that it's one of the few matches that she doesn't absolutely dominate in lane. He can
It's
match
the
her
team
in clear.
fight, though, that they're getting out of.
It's horrifying right now.
Yeah.
You have Bologna, Geb, Isis. You can't fight in Bologna. You can't fight in Ice Assault. You can't really fight around Geb's shield.
And Cataclysm makes you
And-
fight in those
yes.
ultimates. So,
Shout outs to Circles.
yeah, circles.
Press 4.
But what I do like about Paradigm Squad here, assuming that they do draft something that's not really difficult, is that it's a much easier to execute composition here, right? There's some built-in synergies. There's the ROM damage coming in on top of the Agni to get stuff into execute range for Alquang quickly, and at safe range, get some range CC as well to bail out that assassin. Amir banned out by Team Solo mid. Good call going into Paradigm here, but Ares notably still available for the European squad.
I was going to say Sylvanas has been... Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Where is he?
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, okay.
We're going in, dude. It's just more circles. I mean, Team Solo mid is just going to fight them. They're just going to walk at them and shoot down suns.
There's Sylvanas, as predicted. One more pick here. It's going to be Osiris. So they have a lot of single target damage here with just really Agni going for the AoE. On the other side, it's like lay waste with giant
we're looking
circles.
At him. We're looking at the man of the hour here, ostensibly, Divios.
I would think Wukong. I would love to see Nox
I'm
here.
thinking Bologna's jungling this game, right? We're all kind of thinking that.
Yeah.
That's likely going to Gars. But with Fenrir banned out, I mean, there's
Give me that Nox
Thor,
boy.
I mean, Thor's available, and Thor is really, really good in this composition if they want to put Bologna in the solo again.
That's true. Just Tectonic Rift by itself would be incredible here.
I would be calling for the Thor, I think, but they'll take the Hercules for Divios. He just wants to...
Why does he have to do this? Everyone picks circles, and he has to pick spheres just to be better. What a guy.
It's not the sphere that's going to be the problem. It's going to be the line. It's going to be Driving Strike.
Oh, well, I mean, has always been and always will be one of the best abilities in the game. It's a straight dash that does ridiculous damage that stuns anyone that hits. I mean, it is crafted by the gods.
I mean, it's almost 400 base damage with 100% scaling.
Yeah, I mean,
or 80% scaling.
Don't get hit by it.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy.
So you see very high damage with Hercules and Isis. They have decent control from Ho Yi. Again, burst there. Bologna, Gib have a lot of burst as well. This team comp is crafted beautifully.
People always joke about Hebo or Hubwa having 3 ultimates. Hercules is the one that has 3 ultimates. I mean, Driving Strike could be an ultimate. Mitigate Wounds could easily be an ultimate.
Yeah.
And hey, Viva Pinata is always good.
Oh, we're not allowed to use that skin.
Right, yeah, you'll never see it. No Piggy for you. No Luchadore. Hercules, unfortunately.
But Paradigm being down 0-1 and then going up against this comp, I would be very scared.
If they lose to Hu Yi, they lose, I think. I mean, like, you only pick Hu Yi when you're trying to style, right?
No, I actually disagree with that. I do think Yu's pretty okay, and I've seen Snoopy play it. You know, I've played with Snoopy for a very long time and against him, and he's very good on this card.
Well, I'm excited to see Hu Yi play it. I know Allied was threatening to play it as well, but Snoopy... The great Canadian hope will be the one to take it. And, well, shout-outs to Snoopy here before we get underway.
Wow, that was kind of rude.
What?
Jeff is the great Canadian hope.
But, yeah, I mean, shout-outs to Snoopy before we get started here. Snoopy is often overshadowed by Divios on this team as kind of like the premier player. But I think Snoopy's maybe one of the best. Ionic
we got the
finds
root.
himself in a bit of trouble. Root's going to come out there. They're going to get the chainsaw as well. Zaylee's going to get... No, he didn't take the tether. He took the scythe. Ionic, Geb, shield, not going to be enough. First blood. No, Snoopy body blocking. Oh, but Tricksnake with the dot gets it. First blood going to Paradigm. And that's exactly how you want to get rolling. And of all of the targets you can get a first blood on, the Guardian killing the other Guardian may be the most impactful for the rest of the game.
That's right. I mean, if he can use that gold to get that Teleria online as soon as possible and then start roaming and get... Jeff, tell us about what we should see from Sylvanas.
What you should see from Sylvanas is pretty much exactly what you said. You get those Teleria, and especially on someone like Sylvanas where you can just root people, you can wisp people, and you can ranged auto-attack people.
Right.
All you're doing is just increasing your lead because you can just spam, Teleria's passive.
And, Sylvanas does amazing things with that gold. Getting things like Sav and Heartward online make him so much better than maybe other Guardians because he doesn't have a way out of fights. He has to stay in the middle, try to heal himself up, and be ridiculously powerful in team fights, and he can't do that if he's dying quickly. It's very similar to Ymir.
It's very similar to Ymir, but, the rest of his kit gives him a lot of outs and a lot of opportunities, unlike Ymir.
That's true. You got your root. You got Wrath of Terra, a very good deterrent.
Your passive gets you out of so much.
I hate that passive.
I
hate dice rolls.
One of the best in the game.
So Funball and Trickstank going to be taken to the left lane here. Ionic and Snoopy will join. Now, Trickstank is going to have a pretty big advantage here in experience. So with that, he's already going to be leaving the lane. He's looking for purple
he
buff.
wants to go at least check it out. Now he's actually getting positioning here for a pluck. Weakening Curse, was that on the mark? Yeah, they're going to grab Ionic again. Roll out, not going to be available. The body block's coming out. Funballer needs to hit a lot of shots here, though. Snoopy trying to body block Force Hunter, and look at the ticks from the Wisp, plus the actual arrows. Both members just around 200 HP now.
The only negative here is that Funball used most of his mana, so he's going to have to be a little bit more conservative if he's going to be able to control the lane. With that, it's going to be unlikely they're taking that purple buff anytime soon.
I love what Trix did there. He actually, he got out of the lane, he looped around, and he got the creeping root pull. If he had just pushed up in the lane like most people would, he never would have found that.
It was really clever, wasn't it? Really clever. But I'm wrong here. They're going right for the purple. There was no contest whatsoever. Funball getting his mana back, it looks like, through a very small amount of regeneration. Lobster taking some damage. Flame Wave off the mark, though.
Yeah, I actually saw Lobster kind of aggressively dash to clear the wave there. Lobster feeling very at home on his Agni. I know that talking to him, he, being one of the most tenured Smite players in the game, really doesn't want to play Agni much anymore. Probably already has 3,000 hours competitive Agni play under his belt. But he's just so good. It's like one of his hallmark gods.
Zaylee right there played that perfectly, by the way. Got away from the driving strike, didn't get hit by the Earthbreaker, so he didn't get pulled, and he allowed the creeps to go down. Now, yes, he's going to lose some gold, but he didn't die, and he didn't lose any experience, and that's the key.
Once again, I mean, to me, I'm just looking for Cuba Fred to get involved more and more impactfully in the early game here. I mean, obviously, Ao Kuang doesn't really have the greatest potential before level 5, but right at level 5, I mean, you need to be finding that kill right away, I think, to get this god going. It's actually a little bit similar to Kali, except for just kind of safer, faster, more damage, more everything. Late game potential not quite as high as Kali with the chin size and her hit chain, but
is Trix doing this again? Can we, Clumsy, can we check in with Snoopy? I want to see those levels, boy. Yeah, he got the dive bomb. He's level 4 now. So he will have an escape. Shockwave to try to clear the wave. Trix Tank coming in here. He's got, the quickness.
Hu Yi, Hunter's Mark. That's why they drafted Hu Yi. Hunter's Mark reveals invisibility.
Indeed it does.
Versus the Ao Kuang.
I mean, it's possible that they're going to try to use it. Realistically, Ao Kuang is never in stealth long enough for it to matter, but being able to reveal it will be very important. Keeping track in team fights of that janky Ao Kuang play, if that winds up turning the game, I'd be real mad.
I mean, it's more like, it's not so much like we need to know where Ao Kuang is while he's invisible, right? Because you have to apply it to him. It's more when he tries to water clone out of the fight, you know which direction he's gone, and you can find, that long-range reinitiation, something like a boulder tossed over wall from Divios to find the kill.
Speaking of Divios, kind of bodying this lane a little bit. One more take right there. He's going to lose one. Obviously not the biggest deal, 25 gold though, but you can see that starting to stack up.
Wait, did you say 1 minion is not a big deal?
Well, it's stacked up.
You've come so far.
150 gold difference. 150 gold, however, is a very, very big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Three potions, I mean, it is what that equates out to, right? And when you think about potions in Smite, I mean, they're just crazy good.
Well, not to mention...
Trix Tank is going to root out, the roll out. Now you'll get the pluck as well. Stone Shield already used, slowed down, getting the damage in. The Suns are dropping, and down he goes. Trix Tank gets gobbled up. Gobbled up. Ionic. Cubo Fred turns into the Dargon, but it goes down during the dot.
Again, Cubo Fred using that ultimate, obviously getting the kill, which is great, but that kill was guaranteed. Using that ultimate there, guaranteed that they couldn't reinitiate onto Snoopy.
So why I like the use there is that it gave him the opportunity. So, okay, let me temper this. Had there been buffs up, I still would have liked that opportunity, right? Because he could have then repositioned and tried to continue farming.
Gotcha.
To just recall back to the base, yeah, I think you're right. He could have just held it. But as I said, I mean, if you want to get that kill early and get that Ao Kuang moving, it's probably worth it just to secure.
That's true. I mean, anytime but he actually didn't get the kill. It went to Trix again.
The biggest thing that I'm seeing consistently is Trix is just abusing the fact that he's getting that loop around, right? It's happened twice so far.
That's true.
Ward?
That's true.
You got to think
Ionic bought the ward.
Should be warding that spot specifically now, considering they've gotten blown up twice there.
But getting those wards and those extra potions on Ionic is going to stop him from getting the boots, which are already online from Paradigm. Clumsy, bring up Golden Hand. Let's take a look. Sylvanas sitting at 200, whereas Geb right now 400. So he's about 300. I'm sorry, how much is Talaria to finish?
14 total.
No, right, but he has boots too. So
it's like 450 gold, I think.
So yeah, he should have enough.
He can go back and get it at any point. Yeah,
very, very soon. So realistically, it's about that timing. Where is he on the map right now? Where is Mr. Geb? Where is Mr. Geb? Oh, he's at mid camps.
Yeah, he's just rolling back there to take those back camps. Hang out with old Snoopaloop.
He should back here. He needs to get those Talaria online as soon as possible. The gold difference is really going to start.
Oh, here we go. Cubo.
Massive.
He's got good positioning, but good luck here. Picking up Divios.
I heard a lot of screaming.
Yeah, they're going to dive the tower here. Divios in some trouble. Water Clone going to do the damage as well. Trix is going to hit the root. Oh, he missed the pull. Trix, please. I'm sure the team mad at him here, but they'll get the execute nonetheless. And that was funny. You see QL Fred actually teleported into the air to catch them mid-air. Hercules get the kill, but it's 3-0 for Paradigm.
So we're about 150 feet away from them, right? With a curtain in the way.
I could throw a vortex there, sitting.
Do you think they were screaming, because we can't see them, do you think they were screaming about the kill was great, or the fact that Trix Tank just missed the easiest route of all time?
I think that was the crowd screaming that Trix Tank missed the easiest pull of all time.
So I'm going to throw this out there. That does happen with enough Sylvanas games. Eventually, you do miss those pulls.
You know what's the worst part is you don't think you're going to hit the route, so you cover the option.
Exactly.
You're
right.
like, oh
yeah,
my God,
exactly.
I hit that.
Yeah.
I'm both a god and an idiot. No, but obviously they picked the kill up, and getting a kill onto Divios is very, very important here because shutting him down has been the key to getting through TSM. So, Jeff, level 7 on Boosh, level 9 on Lobby. What are you thinking here?
I think they're going to do pretty much this. They're just going to look for the fights.
Lobster's going to get silenced out as well.
4v3.
Smacked around by Bologna bit.
4v4.
Snoopy.
In trouble. Funball got caught.
Funballer up into the sky. Snoopy just looks to avoid the damage here. QF Fred going to try to make something happen. Isis Circle of Protection is there. Boosh taking a lot of damage, forced to use it. The Suns nearly securing the disengage there. Cubo Fred, he's going to get caught out. Silence, looking for Boosh.
Nice.
Stone Shield, not enough just yet. Over the top comes Snoopaloop.
No teleport.
Down goes Cubo. Snoopy credited with that kill. 4-2 now. TSM getting on the board.
Big trouble there for Funball. He gets caught out of the rolling assault. Right, so that's on cooldown. When he lands, obviously, he's directly in those suns. I think, but the biggest issue of all of it was the fact that they chose different targets. Had he followed Cubo Fred into the damage, the execute was more likely. Had Cubo gone for the backline on the Hunter, the execute was more likely, but they split their DPS, and everyone knows when you do that in WoW, you wipe the raid. Don't wipe the raid, Jeff.
Trix's ult was down for that fight.
It was because they used it to secure the Hercules kill.
Okay. That was a really bad fight to take. I think Pang's ult was down as well then.
It was a 4v3 to start, though. They didn't see Snoopy on the map, right? But Snoopy's rotation was just flawless. He's able to cut off so many different paths with the way that he jumped into the fight. But with that, Paradigm does take the left mid camps, but obviously 2 kills is a much bigger deal.
You're just joining us, guys, here. It's just before the 8-minute mark in game number 2 between Paradigm and Team Solo Mid. TSM up 1-0 in the best of 5 contest. It'll take 3 games to win the Summer LAN this go-round. An engagement happening in the mid lane here. Boosh in some trouble. Trixtank with the Wrath of Terra. The bomb's coming through. Boosh getting quite low. Cubo Fred in execute range, and he'll take him. And the dragon goes to the sky. Re-engage pending here. Ionic moving forward. Gar's coming in as well. Will the dragon come crashing down? Still waiting. Yes, here he comes. Cubo Fred waiting on cooldowns, but Lobster will fall before that. Now Cubo Fred maybe biting off more than he could chew. Boulder off the mark will just tickle Trixtank. I think it's a little bit more than a trickle, more like a pinch, but unhappily healing himself back up. And the man fight here from the Hunters. Snoopy, the first to call chicken.
Yeah, that was very smart. Even though the mark of the Golden Crow was on him, being able to dive bomb out of there is going to be really important, considering he didn't have that stun possibility. Also, Cubo just felt that one.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a downside to Alkwong, is that he's basically a wet paper bag.
Oh, man, that was kind of crazy. I really like the way that Lobster played that fight, though. He sees the Spirit Ball coming at him, and he dashes into the fight. Like, that's so smart.
I loved it. I was going to mention it as well. An Agni player who will use the aggressive dash aggressively in that scenario that was beautiful.
You guys don't play very much Agni.
Here and there.
Yeah, stealth seems to favor just not Agni. For what it's worth.
Here and there. He's good at it.
Stealth's not allowed to play Agni.
Oh,
because at PAX Prime 2013, he had a pentakill. It would have been my first pentacall as a caster. He could have beads for the ult. He would have killed Mason, got it. It would have been awesome, and he didn't do it.
So now he's not allowed to play it?
No.
Now he can't play it? Okay.
I understand.
He could play Isis.
And Zeus.
Yeah, I know.
Zeus.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite god? Or who's the best god in the game? Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus, definitely Zeus.
Zeus, please. Oh, man. Left side mid camps are up again. Major point of contention for these two teams. It'll be the 3rd time they fight over it.
It's not even the mid camps. It's just specifically the left side mid camp. Right next to that Gold Fury is where we continue to see those fights. Because if you can win a fight there, even just a couple picks, right, you can really pressure the game.
And look how mad they are. Look, Ionic's like, I'm going to go into their jungle. We can't do this again.
Well, he's going to notice that orange buff is down. I don't think he spotted Cubo Fred backing, though, unfortunately.
We're looking at Fumble, though, and Snoopy. Hey, Bart, I have a game. Pick a number 1 to 10.
3.
All right, Clumsy, bring up number 3, whatever graph it is. And that's going to be EXP per minute. And even though he has a death and no kills, there's Divios.
Yeah, solo laner's often topping those charts. Mid lane is the big disparity, though, that I'm seeing here. 500 XP per minute on Isis, 640 for the Agni. Divios in some trouble now as he tries to run away. He's going to get chain slowed by this combination. Cubo Fred
got him.
Seeing to put in the in hands, and yes, that's going to be an easy execute, but the beads are used.
Nope.
That's just fine for them. And, of course, we failed to mention one very, very important aspect of this Hercules matchup is that Osiris can stop all healing, which is exceptional against mitigate wounds.
That's true, but Lord of the Afterlife...
Oh my god, Trixtank with a raw pull. Gar's in a bit of trouble. I think that maybe they're going to realize they've pulled the death to themselves there, and they're going to disengage, hopefully. Fred's going to get isolated by Ionic. Ionic, he's got to be careful with those dragons.
Cubo looks so much more comfortable this game. While a few of the Wildstorms have been kind of off the mark.
Oh, here we go. Wrath the Terror with the blinking. It's huge, but the Isis ultimate is there. It's going to heal them up and mitigate some of the damage. Gar's actually got Fire Giant aggro there somehow. Cubo Fred still invisible in the backline, and he will be enough to take out Boosh and walk down the Isis. Boosh struggling in this game, unlike last game where he was so dominant. 7-3 for Paradigm in 11 minutes.
And I go back to it. Cubo just looks so much better. It is night and day compared to the last game.
Did you see how Cubo spaced out the Geb ult there?
Yes.
That was beautiful. He played around that perfectly.
I really like the way that he also started off with the Wildstorm. He activated the dragons, hit a few, and then chucked the rest immediately. He's been holding them for so long in the previous game, and right now, the water teleports are getting popped on time. He's teleporting better. He's not being super greedy. The ults are a little bit better than they were, and he's getting a lot more gold for it. He's 4-1-3, has been a part of every single kill for the team.
So tough composition here from TSM as well, with Isis falling behind. They're basically 100% physical damage at this point in terms of output. I mean, I guess Geb's percentage damage is magic.
No, man, Shockwave swings.
And crush Cubo as well. But like overall, right, you can see that if Sylvanas, if Trix continues in this path and he gets sovereignty and then, you know, they outsource Heart Ward to another character and he goes for an early Lotus Crown, all that spread physical protection is really going to hurt TSM's DPS.
How would you like that, Jeff? Would you like to see the Lotus Crown early?
I don't love Lotus Crown early, but I agree. If you can put Heart Ward onto your Osiris here, you know, Lotus could definitely be a solid pickup.
Tivios driving strike into the tower here, using his movement ability is going to hurt him. Trix tanked. Oh my god, there's 4
Yeah, he slowed down
here.
the tether, the bombs, the dragon, everything. But Guard's going to try to make something out of nothing here as he comes with Roma Invicta, but now realizes maybe he's been off more Deconchu. The double knockup as well. In comes Cubofred again, another Wildstorm for the trouble. And it seems like every time TSM tries to counter-engage, they just don't have enough gas in the tank.
Cubo's again, I can't touch on it enough. His damage, control, use of ultimate, everything has been so much better the second time around. Clumsy, let's grab the damage charts here. I want to see if Alquang's close to the top, and actually 7 damage ahead
7
of
whole
Xaylia.
damage ahead of Xaylia.
It's a big deal.
See, this is why Xaylia's going to get replaced. Come on, man. Could have done 8 more damage in that engagement.
I mean, look how big Osiris is. Like, you can't deal more damage than this little
come on.
dude.
This little itty-bitty Dragon King.
Nerd.
You know, the head of his pantheon.
That's true. 13 minutes in, though, 8-3. We see Paradigm with a much different story being told against TSM. And, you know, this was the nuttiness that we talked about, right? They bounce back so well. But then again, after last night's set, we can't say that TSM doesn't.
I still feel pretty good in the assertion that Rom will be the big difference maker. Rom and Geb will be the big difference makers in this matchup.
Rom has been a rather driving force in almost every game that has been in this LAN.
Yeah, it's also notable that TSM and Snoopy really don't play much Freya. They haven't played it yet, and as I understand it, they don't like to play it either.
Well, his Hou Yi is doing pretty well. 101.
They've also been banning Freya a lot, both games so far, I believe.
Really?
Did they ban it game 1? I don't think they banned it game 2.
I think they did.
Did they ban it? Maybe they did. Yeah.
I don't remember.
You probably don't.
banned
You
it
probably
over-
pay attention
Well,
to
they
stuff.
banned it over Quang.
Oh, look at this raw pull into the
Right,
tower.
Yeah, you're
Gars forced to bludgeon, and nice Geb shield. Ionic right on the mark there, making sure that he doesn't get pressured too much farther. Trix tank. Whoa, hello. What's all that
Well,
about?
Rom's up in the sky.
What's all this big fight about? What are these two arguing over?
Is he going to dive? Lobster takes out Divios on the far
my
side here.
God.
Snoopy moves forward. Mark
Got
shot.
him!
Boom goes the dynamite down. He's dead.
Look at
But
this.
the team fight continuing here.
it's not done.
The soul's ripped out by Xaylia on a couple of targets. Trying to disengage now is TSM. They're going to hit by the Spirit Flail. PDG trying to pursue here. Are they going to be able to catch one out? Yes, they will. Lobster with a double man stun. Flame Wave coming through. The bombs as well. Trying to get a position for Wrath of Terra's Trix. Trix is trying to close the distance now. In the backside,
kill.
Cubofred. He's dominating Gars, and Gars is gone. The pluck back again. Trix take has been an absolute nightmare in game number 2. 15 minutes in, it's 11-4.
That's going to be Gold Fury. They should rotate over immediately, although Cuvo is low and
Wait, they're
Snoopy
gonna go-
is pushing.
Okay, yeah, I thought they were going to, for a moment there, it was looking like Fire Giant, but no, it'll just be mid-camp, just a bit too low to go for that. Snoopy gets himself a nice and lucrative tier 1.
North America is not going to allow them to do this very well. I mean, if you consider the fact that every time North America gets a win in a team fight, they take objectives, and the fact that they didn't rush this down immediately, I don't know, but it seems to work out. They got all 4 people over. Snoopy doesn't make the rotation.
He doesn't have his ultimate. I mean, there's not really anything he can do to even begin to contest that, so Paradigm.
Something I wanted to note is Ionic actually went and checked fire because of that rotation, right? Because everyone was in that jungle, so that they weren't able to contest.
Yeah, you see
it
the
at all.
wards being pinged out there on the bottom side. You're going to probably see a sentry ward placed down to clear that up very soon. Look at those graphs, though, Bart.
Yeah, it's very heavily in favor of Paradigm. It's been a steady kind of uptick for them. Just around that 8-minute mark, you saw TSM getting a little bit of momentum going, but nothing really cooking right now. And well, all things told, I mean, it's just a fine stall lane for Funballer here. He's happy to farm. The team's doing really well. Rotating around the map is 4. It's okay if he gives up a kill to Snoopy here and there. I don't know that Hou Yi, well, rather, it's better to say he's just unproven kind of as a late game carry in professional play.
Well, I mean, he doesn't get major attack speed boosts. He does get damage boosts, of course. Mark of the Golden Crow considered by a lot to be one of the most, I think, effective abilities in the game. Very mana efficient for what you're getting out of it. Even in the early game, increases your damage drastically.
Well, he's got a slower base attack speed and a higher base damage than any other hunter.
Right.
Which means that 6 slotted with relevant attack speed items, he swings.
And that's what he's doing, right? You see the Iqbal coming online. We have the Balance Blade, likely to be Executioner. So there's going to be a lot of attack speed in this build. Afterwards is what's really going to make or break.
11-4 for Paradigm here. They've continued to expand upon their lead that they pulled through the first about 5 to 10 minutes here. Taking a look at wards placed overall, the supports both tied at 9, but it's Gars at 7 wards, 4 for Hou Yi as well. TSM forced it, spent a lot of money on Vision here as Well, really, to me, it's that Gars hasn't had very much impact. They haven't had any real pressure around the map with their jungler.
I don't believe that chart was correct. You're going to tell me that Boosh didn't play any wards.
Oh.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
That's
Jeff,
correct.
do you believe that?
100%. I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
Boosh is like all-time lowest warding player of any pro ever.
Yeah, I mean, he has like, what was it, an average of like 1.5 wards a game throughout the entire Season 1?
I bet you Funballer tossing out the fireworks there. What a player.
Snoopy's like,
I would
have
wager
that?
that he has less than 1 ward on average placed in this tournament.
Oh, yeah. Almost guaranteed. Snoopy not in a lot of trouble here. Crippled, not going to hit. Dive bomb going to be... Oh, Cuvo. No, okay.
Yeah, the cripple is really necessary there to get anything going, but here comes the rolling out squad from TSM.
Nah, they're fine.
Yannick with the Cataclysm. Cubo Fred going to beads it away. He's going to avoid the knockup, pop the water clone, and away he goes.
Really surprised to see Cubo Fred use beads there and not blink on reaction to Geb Blink. I really thought he was going to go for it. It is a lower cooldown, but beats... Actually, no, beats 3 in 90 seconds as well. I thought that was beats 1. Excuse me.
Chin size completed first.
Whoa. Whoa, yeah, Chinsai's very early. Without penetration, this will get mitigated quite well. I expect Xaylia into some type of penetration. Otherwise, it's going to try to go full defense and use the small amount of damage from Chinsai to become like a late-game relevant carry.
I think really what they're looking for right now is the Chins is just there for the Herc, who's already getting bullied, the Bologna, and the Geb, right?
Right, yeah, they have good frontliners.
I'm looking at the talisman here again. Clumsy, one more time if we can hover on the silver talisman on the bottom for Hercules. You're looking rather cost efficient here. 200 health, 45 magical protection. He'll probably leave that considering there's not a lot of magic coming his way. I'm expecting more defense. Could be Jotun's Wrath.
You can grab a casual bulwark later.
I do like the bulwark later, but I think he's going into this because every time Quang's come into that lane, he's destroyed Hercules.
That's
It
true.
is very hard for a Herc to deal with the Osiris
That's very
and
true.
Quang.
I also like the fact that he is a very health-dependent character. Hercules Mitigate Wounds is entirely percentage-based during the return. So if he gets a lot of health, he can wind up healing himself for over 2,000. I've seen it before.
Yeah, and the Rune Forge plus the Silver Talisman is like about 5,000 gold that you're going to spend, not less, 4,000 something gold for those items.
3,300, I think, between the two.
And like 18 million HP that you get from them. I mean, it's like those items are so overstated with health.
550.
Yeah.
Plus the 100 from Death Soul. He's at 650 bonus health right now for a total of 4,000 gold.
And what's kind of scary is that like basically equates to Season 1 sovereignty. Like that's how good that item was.
Oh, I remember.
Gauntlet of Thebes. Gauntlet of Thebes.
Gauntlet of the best.
Gauntlet of Thebes. Divio's taking some damage here. Chinsai's not really getting a lot of return here thanks to the defensive Runeforge Hammer, but Xaylia is still cleanly winning that engagement. But you're going to have that teleport coming online. You see it back up. So not too much pressure. I would love to see Xaylia back here off the next wave and then teleport to the left side of the map after Divios teleports back to right. He might lose his tower, but it should guarantee the Gold Fury.
Yeah, they could overload that side of the map, but the tier 1 likely to fall here as well for Osiris if he just stays in the lane. Boulder tossed out by Divios there to try to clear it out. He's going to go for the recall. We'll see if Osiris lets him. And no, he won't. Spirit Flail once again. Here comes Fred.
Divios could be in some trouble
here. Yeah, Xaylia laid the groundwork earlier for this kill. Driving Strike comes out to push Cubo Fred out. Nice heads up play by Divios, but he's going to get hit by the Judgment Tether. Mitigate Wounds, not enough to save him underneath the tower. And Xaylia credited for kill onto Divios, but seeing that engagement, TSM takes Gold Fury.
I love the positioning by TSM here. They actually saw that Divios was getting ganked, and they were set up for gold as it was spawning.
Isis Ultimate used, but they dropped the aggro on Gold Fury. She's starting to tick back up now to about 85%. And yes, it'll be a full-on disengage from TSM, but here comes Xaylia trying to round the corner. And if we can, let's actually take a listen to Paradigm Gaming's comms as they start back up the Gold Fury.
Gets behind us. He's stopping. I stopped him.
Can we fuck up someone?
Yeah, we need to force. Can we get him?
Dude, come on, dude. This is up in 40. Devios will come soon.
Fuck, that hurts.
Go on him. Get out. I'm on it still.
Get out.
Get it. Kill him. I'm in the air.
I got no bombs. Who you?
I'm dead.
Chill.
I'm dead.
Help him. Kill. Pull over.
Get out. He's coming. We're coming. Where are we coming? We suck. What happened there?
We should have reset it.
We did reset it, but then we should have gone for them. I don't know.
I don't know if I went in and out.
All right, guys, we are back. The triple kill from Snoopy was incredible. The Suns really did it. The counter initiate was gorgeous.
I'm pretty sure I said Snoopy was very good at heavy.
Yeah, talk poop, get Snoop there. I mean,
That was beautiful.
I think my favorite part of that whole thing is like they're talking go 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 kill 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 kill, and then you can hear Divios yelling from the exact opposite side of the room like get wrecked! Like, the elf returns.
Yeah, it's been fun watching Divios go from being like a very like quiet, reserved, like I'm not really sure about this whole thing to like just yelling at people.
He just him and Maniac are like the trash talking kings of Smite right
It's
now.
great watching the two of them spar off in the soul lane because they literally yell at each other the entire game.
At Worlds, it would be like Divios screaming at Maniac, and then Maniac outplays him. He's like, "What now, Divios?" Like just in his crazy Spaniard accent.
Whoa!
What?
He's Portuguese.
Oh, right. Excuse me.
Whoa!
They're very similar accents.
Whoa!
Accents, not
Whoa!
languages.
You're gonna get punched.
Ah, rip.
There's a lot of that's a lot of national pride on the line there.
Rip. Well, Maniac plays well enough for 3 countries.
That's right. Yeah, he represents all of the Iberian Peninsula.
All right, so Cubo Fred here, level 18, has had a much better game than he did previously. He's currently 6-2-6, a part of 12 of the 13 kills. Same thing for Trix Tank, had a very rough game last time, a part of 11 of 13. You see Zalia, 10 of 13. I mean, the teamwork has been much higher. Kieran, Funball, of course, talking about only 4 of 13, but of course, that's just the nature of being stuck over there in no man's land.
Snoopy putting the damage on to Funballer, who tried to fight him and then realized that it's not going to be good. Snoopy's just going to go for the aggressive positioning here, try to catch the roll. Funballer rolls back, 1-2 shots, and Snoopy just hits him, just aces him right there, no problem.
See, but he's lucky because he can say that he's from Europe and he's been playing on European servers, right? That's
Once
what he
again,
has.
Divios is the target here for Paradigm. 4 members on the right side. They want this tier 1, and they want a kill onto the Hercules. He knows that he's dead here. Gar's going to do what he can, but again, I do want to point out once again how little impact Garz has had on this game as Bologna. It's actually, like, compared to what we saw we can do in the last set, it's been, like, looks like maybe Garz is not very comfortable considering that he's world-class on such a large number of gods in this game to see his Bologna struggle.
Well, the Heart Ward doesn't make any sense, right? That's what it comes down to. He's got a small amount of health, he's got magical defense, but he doesn't have any damage. The Frostbound Hammer is specifically there to keep them locked against you. But when you have items like, is that a ninja tab? That's a warrior tab, okay, but
that's warrior.
When you have items like, you know, you still have your Bumpus Mask, you don't have that much farther, you're low on gold, and you're building into defensive items, you're not going to have any presence. The jungler has to have more control and more damage.
I completely agree. Bologna just doesn't seem to have a big impact in the game right now, but what I'm looking at is what Snoopy just picked up. I think Snoopy right now is going to be the only way TSM gets back in the game.
Yeah.
He has Deathbringer.
Deathbringer done.
24 minutes?
24 minutes on top of nice amount of attack speed and shred.
If Snoopy goes unchecked in any of these fights,
top net worth.
That's going to be it.
Yeah,
I mean, Snoopy's 601 right now.
Yep.
The rest
It's
of his
funny,
team is
right?
feeding uncontrollably.
All things told, like we've seen hunters kind of get relegated into less of the super carry kind of potential that they had in the last split, except for Snoopy.
Yep.
Right? Like this will now be the second game where he's able to eke this one out in which he literally carried this team to a victory with his play. And at 6-0-1, I mean, Funballer can't fight him anymore.
No.
I go back to the
who can?
I go back to the 2 Heart Wards though. I mean, there's 2 of them on the same team right now. They're not getting a lot of use out of that passive regardless because the physical damage, while of course is very high, the big deal on this team is Cubo, Fred, and Lobster just laying waste. They've paid so much to get into physical protection aura that doesn't stack.
Trix Tank. I'm just going to go for the old knock up there to secure. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Ionic. I'm just so used to Trix Tank playing Geb. But yeah, Ionic's going to knock up a couple targets there to secure that left side camp. Right side looks like TSM picked that one up as well. Gold Fury. Minute away here as we approach the 26-minute mark. It's still 14-8 for Paradigm, up 6 kills, but that's how many Snoopy has, and no deaths to his credit, and it's going to come down to maybe a late-game race between the Ao Kwang and the Hui.
Snoopy gets a Geb shield, dive bombs right out of there as you're going to see Trix Tank and Fumble. Oh, Trix in a little bit of trouble. No follow-up from Divios.
As this fight breaks out, Brandon, let's see if we can take a listen in with TSM as they get initiated on. And the counter initiation pending.
I ult it on you guys. Fun, Zalia.
Nice. Get destroyed.
In the back.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
He's gonna try to
He
leave.
rolled in. He's gonna try to go on me.
Well, I need help on Ao Kwang.
He landed.
The dragon killed me. We need to kill Ao Kwang. He's
Got
just
me.
killing our whole team.
His thing is down.
Nice job, Bush.
I can get Ao Kwang. I got pull.
Yeah, you can keep fighting Bush. It's just Trix Tank. It's just
Just you,
Trix Tank.
Divya.
I think he's gonna kill me.
Yeah, go to
Maybe,
Trix Tank.
actually.
Help. Ao Kwang's coming as well.
He's behind you both.
He's trying to
Bush,
blink.
Bush,
He's gonna
Bush,
blink
Bush.
soon.
Bush, you should keep running so you
I have
can
Aegis, I
catch
have
up to you. Alright. So,
Mid, gold's coming up. We need to be there.
stick around.
Does he actually have the active link? Oh. Yeah,
Actually,
it's
yes.
both. Yeah.
It's both, so.
Trick Sync's still really low.
So my question is, it's been 2 days now, and no one on TSM seems to be mad that someone's breathing into their mic.
Can you tell us a little bit about mumble etiquette, Jeff?
No.
Yeah, you're like, I blow plumes,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, thank you for that listening, though. It was great to hear them do that. Powered by Curse Voice. The big thing there was Divios controlling a lot of that team fight. Cubo Fred's answers, though, were huge, but I think the big thing was Cubo comes down, and Gar's the whole time, he's going to land on me, he's going to land on me, he's going to land on me. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh my god, I'm little Bologna. I have the wrong defense. I'm in trouble. And then he lands on Snoopy and kills him.
They got Snoopy and they lost the fight. Well, they did well in that fight, actually. That was pretty solid.
It was. I think it started off really well for Paradigm, and then TSM turned it, and then Para turned it again. It was just a brilliant team fight on both sides. That's what we expect of the top two teams.
Zalia with the Shield of the Underworld, Hide the Nemean Lion, reflect all the damage combination here. Hu Yi needs to be a little bit careful with that Sunbreaker.
That's true, yeah. I mean, they could actually wind up killing him.
Yeah, it could. Gar's isolated once again, but Eagle's Rally going to be good onto Zalia
They got the
for
Gold
now. Ionic moving forward. Gold Fury, yes, was picked up indeed by TSM. The Sun's dropping down to zone out the rest of the team. Cuba Fred on the backside, forced out. Snoopy going to go for the leap with the mark. They see where he's going at this rate. Zalia, he's going to try to engage into the Ice Ultimate, and it's just a perfect placement there. It really mitigates a lot of what Zalia's doing, but the tether does pop. Snoopy trying to disengage here. Geb Shield is there. Cuba Fred wants to blink forward, but the leap coming out is going to disjoint the Cone attack. The
That
fight
was
continues
crazy.
on. Funballer trying to isolate Hercules.
He's stuck.
But now it's Cuba Fred who's stuck. I don't think he has... Can he blink through that wall? Is it enough distance?
No, not even close. One of the shortest teleports in the game. Funball out of position as well. Rolling Assault is down. Divios continues the chase forward. Does Funball have a way out of this? It's going to come down to slows. He needs to really activate that Astral Arrow. Oh, wow. It's no 8-second dash. Oh, my God.
The big thing to me in that fight was I think Cuba did the right thing. He targeted Snoopy really hard that game. But Ionic shielded him, and he got out, and he just wasn't able to get that kill.
Paradigm keeping themselves alive here. TSM, though, answering back. They were really far down. Can we bring up the graphs here, Clumsy? Look at that spike.
Yeah, they're taking it back. Gold now, 2,300 in their favor. That looks like about a 7,000 gold swing over the last 10 minutes in their favor. XP basically even now as it's just over 2,000 separating the teams. 1,000 now as the tower and the team fight does conclude.
This is
making a little garden there.
This is an Everest-esque decline here on this draft. Look at this.
Wait, isn't Everest an incline?
Down. What?
You go up Everest.
And then you come down.
That's the easy part.
No, that's the hard part. Getting up there is the easier part. Do you know it costs $30,000 to climb Everest?
Wow.
That's stupid. I figure you could just do it. Jeff, what are you doing later?
Me? Have you seen this beard? I'll go right now.
Yeah, he's ready. Mountain Man Hinla.
Odin skin.
Yeah, you see the Reddit thread requesting a Jeff Hinla Odin skin?
I did. I think it's appropriate.
You just gotta win Worlds again.
We'll
Yeah, come on, Jeff.
Simple as that, dude.
What are you doing?
All right. If it's for a skin, then yes.
Forget the money and the fame. Just, I need this one skin. We're 30 minutes in here. Things are starting to slow down, but TSM finding a pretty decent lead here after a rather strange start.
Well, I think a lot of this has to do with the picks and bans we talked about earlier. TSM's comp is fight us. We all have ults that do a ton in team fights.
Yeah.
Paradigm was doing really well when it was the lane pick phase, and it was a lot of control. But now TSM is just very grouped, and they're excelling.
Did you see that damage chart that Clumsy just had up?
Yes, Osiris.
Osiris has done an absurd amount of damage.
Well, he keeps hitting these 3-man Lord of the Afterlives for no reason. It's kind of crazy. Can we switch to the charts, though? I do want to check, of course, Gold in Hand, one of my favorite charts ever, tells you so much. And we're looking, we're looking right there at the top. He's 600 gold away from that rage, and then Ho Yi becomes unstoppable.
Yeah, 6 slot of Ho Yi. He'll eventually replace that Ick-File probably with a Blood Forge or an Aussie. Likely to be the Aussie.
I don't know. He does still need to have attack speed. Remember, no steroid in Ho Yi.
Yeah, fair enough. Aussie maybe then the better choice in that case. Snoopy trying to run away. No healing for him. Can't turn and fight until that Lord of the Afterlife is done.
Nice
there
turn.
Goes
nice
the
turn.
ultimate. And in fact, Zalia not going to try to tank that one up and reflect the damage. Bombs started to come out here. Gar's starting to try to establish a front line. You can see Gar's build is starting to come into fruition here. But that's a huge ultimate from Trickseg. It's left away by Snoopy. The 5-man creeping curse, but the fight still continuing as Boosh is here. They're fighting in the Isis ultimate. The burst heal comes out. Fred, they can see him with the mark, and they're going to take him, Brandon. It's happening.
He's trying to get something done. They will find him, but they're going to trade out 1-for-1 so far. Still only 2 casualties in this fight is kind of crazy. Oh, no, wait, Gar's died as well.
Yeah, Gar's just going down there. Now it's a 2-for-1 trade, a 3-for-1 trade as Lobster gets a kill onto Boosh. PDG and Funballer pushing up the right side here successfully. And Ionic rolling away.
How is Ionic full health right now? As Geb, there's no healing there. He's just full health.
He was probably like counter warding, you know, just sadly smacking a ward somewhere in the jungle and couldn't rotate in time. You know, Paradigm going to take the Fire Giant now.
We're looking at Funball. We know what he's going to do. Let's switch our line here to Divios or Ionic. We want to see if they can make the successful defense here. Team Solo Mid going to have a hard time getting inside this one.
Let's see, actually, maybe we can listen to the TSM comms as they attempt to aggress this Fire Giant.
Is that 20?
They're like turning on you guys.
Fire.
Nice! Fucking roll away, man. You got this. There's no way you can die. Actually, you can live. They're stopping. Rama stopped. Rama stopped. Agni's going. Agni's still chasing you. Oh, sorry, this is there. That sucks.
Let's go to gold. Keep wasting time. That's his ult.
That's good gold dish for Chris.
They're all up. Maybe we can't do it.
They're like,
he stole it.
Welcome back to the commentary desk, guys. At 33 minutes, TSM able to secure that with a Hercules in hand, the Cataclysm, and the Driving Strike, keeping the CC chain up.
And we caught that fire steal, courtesy of Curse Voice once again. I love the explosion there on the comms. You hear Divios just start screaming with the pop-off. Beautiful steal, those two. I can't believe that they were able to get that, let alone have Ionic stay alive for that long.
Wait. Does that... Okay, it was pause. I was like, does that ward not see the other ward? What is this placement? What a player! No, it's a pause coming out.
Small timeout. It looks like it's coming out from Paradigm this time. And while we have a minute, let's talk a little bit about the game-saving play. TSM basically just saved their own lives right there.
Yeah, so they lost the team fight, and you know they were going to lose Fire, but beautiful, like you said, beautiful chain CC coming out from Ionic and Divios, and you can hear it in the comms. I love hearing the comms because it's just hype. That's what you should have on stage. Yeah, let's go. Like easy, no problem. And it was fantastic.
There's one thing though. Divios, with a very small misplay there, should have noticed the health bar. Remember, now the health bar in the Fire Giant does have the exact health number remaining. When he Driving Striked, he did it when it was still at about 1,000 health, maybe closer to 900. Driving Strike, obviously very powerful, but it doesn't do that much. He should have waited 2 more attacks.
You know, the problem is that there's like some pretty complicated math going on with mitigations on objectives.
Sure.
For example, minions, it's percentage damage reduction.
Right.
And then for the objectives, they get scaling health as well as, well, they have flat protections, but they scale their health. So it's like, you kind of have to do a little bit of mental math. You really need to be like really, really knowledgeable to like successfully do it with abilities, right? That are like, okay, this is going to do 410 damage and then it's mitigated at this, you know, you really have to have a, like, really either like a genius level mental math mind or just be like, let's do 600 damage and just hope it's enough.
Yeah, I have a roundabout when I'm near any of that. It's not even remotely close.
But Divios wound up stacking on top of Ionic, and when the lava pool started coming out, they both got caught in this strange situation. They stacked up on top of each other, and it really came down to the fact that that steal was very lucky. It was damn good.
Do the lava puddles deal damage to the Fire Giant himself?
They used to.
Remember they used to, and the Fire Giant could deny himself? Like, that would have been a situation in which that probably would have happened. Like, it used to be he used to raise like this lava pool around him,
right?
And it would actually deal damage to himself,
right?
Deny himself.
Way back in the day, that was old school.
That was old school, yeah. That was fun.
Man, remember you couldn't dodge that lava damage. I forgot all about that. I love Season 2 Fire Giant.
You still can't dodge the lava damage.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
It's impossible.
You can dash out of it.
No, you can't.
Like, you can't actually.
Yes, you can.
You probably could.
One cannot.
Maybe you can't. Just playing the slowest supports in the game.
I'm a tree or a rock. What can I say?
Athena can dash out actually before she takes that damage.
I've gotten stuck behind Fire Giant with Athena, and I thought they.
We don't do that anymore. Thank God.
It was like pretty recently.
Then maybe we can.
I think I got.
All right, we're 1 for 1.
I blame you. You did something wrong, Jeff.
I probably did.
Stop hacking.
We did see one bug today. Poor weekend.
Yeah,
using
cob.
No.
Wrecked, dude. Brandon.
Oh man,
Brandon.exe stopped working.
Poor weekend today. Used the Fenrir ult. You know how it used to do that bug? It's very, very rare. The situation in which it gets applied, right? Where you actually on your screen you don't see him biting. Every other screen, including the spectator client, he keeps biting. So on screen today, we can look like a horrible player.
Oh, that Ratatasker was trying to pick up the Ratatasker.
Right.
Okay, I get it now.
He hit that.
Right, okay.
But it messed up, and they still won. That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. They did okay.
But just
Paradigm.
for everyone out there, though, Weekend's not that bad. Come on. Make a nice Reddit thread.
Paradigm with the 7-kill advantage here. They're going to take a free
7
Gold
kills,
Fury
huh?
here. That's 8, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, it is. It's 8.
Shout outs to Georgia giving you free tuition to college, right?
It's I don't think it was the university system. I think it was the elementary system there that failed me.
Oh, man. But still, Paradigm has still a good chance to be in this. They're only down about 1,000 gold, 1,400, but the experience difference is good. The issue is that the experience is not as important. You can see Ionic and Gars both one level behind. Otherwise, it's even across the board.
Polynamaquang, done.
Yes. Now, he's 6-slotted here, right? The only thing
I guess
you
a
can see
Wingblade.
changing, I would maybe even take the Wingblade off and just look for a Soul Reaver.
Yeah, you could go Wingblade and Soul Reaver. I mean, that's the other option. We'll see if he elects to exercise that. TSM, well, they're going to group up and they're going to make their way down the tier.
Why is this happening? Like, why are they just grouping up as 5 taking towers and no one on Paradigm seems to care? They're just like, hey, are these back camps up?
I know what we can find out. We can listen to Paradigm's comms as they attempt to defend their tier 2 tower.
Hey.
Going around.
Yeah, you need to come the safe way. They're not fighting this or what?
When can you get the speed fit? Must be careful.
I can't get it. One of you guys take it. Sorry,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Sorry.
Try to find somebody here.
Devios is in right lane, so is Isis.
Just don't get caught, Fumble.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, come on. Nowhere.
He's falling back.
Nothing doing.
Looks like there won't be an initiation there, actually, as TSM falls back.
Yeah, at first they looked like they were looking for back camps, but they were making the rotation. They defend the tier 2 successfully, which is important. Can we bring the graphs up there, Mr. Clumsy? You'll notice that there's only a 2,000 gold difference, and there's a difference of, it looks like 3,500 gold worth of objectives on the map. So they can make this comeback very, very easily.
The goal is negligible at this point.
That's true.
I mean, player's net worth is going to be probably in the 13,000 to
Let's bring up
15,000
net
range,
worth.
right?
We don't
Yeah.
have to guess that.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can see the top-end farmer
All right,
is
Snoopy.
the Alquang at 16.7, right? No. Oh, 7. Oh, my God,
What
Snoopy,
are you doing?
please.
6, 2, and 6. Like, my man's not...
I started slurping Snoopy earlier in this game, and I want to go back to that. Like, Snoopy is, I think, the most underrated player in all of professional Smite.
It's not even we underrate him. It's just like, I'm almost sick of talking
I think by
about
the
how good he
community.
is.
Like people, when they think about TSM, right, it's
Devios.
Gars and Devios is
Yeah.
who they talk about,
Yeah.
and then maybe Ionic if they're really in the know, but it's Snoopy. I mean,
Snoopy is the secret best player in the world at all metas.
Yeah.
I mean, even back at like the launch tournament, he was a sub for
and
Denial,
played every role.
and he literally would have made the team better filling in for any role except for Pompon.
Yeah.
And Jeff Hinla.
And
Thank
Jeff
you.
Finlay.
You should have seen how
Little
mad
known
he was.
factoid at PAX Prime 2012, Snoopy was unavailable to take his video shot. Remember that? I was Reason Gaming Snoopy for a day.
That's true. That was also 2013.
I don't recall time.
What?
It was 2013.
Who?
Snoopy.
What?
Bart.
Talk Snoop.
Hi.
I
Okay,
see.
here we go.
Phoenixes.
The base of TSM under assault as Zaylee is there just beating on it. I don't think they can peel him before he takes it down. Stun coming out. Zaylee, he's silenced now. There's the tether coming out. Judgment tether looking good. Plucked back by Divios.
Hit 2
He leaps
again.
forward so that he doesn't get the stuns there, but maybe saves his
Garth's
own life.
overcommitting.
But TSM trying to move forward now. Up in
One,
this guy goes
two.
1, 2, 3. Oh, just on the mark a little bit
No.
too long there. Continue to fight. They're going to find Trick Snake. Divios, please.
I've never seen Divios miss a driving strike. That is the first time I think I've ever seen that. Fumball is completely out of position. Again, European servers, right? That's what that came down to.
That was lag. That was lag.
Something I really liked from Ionic there was he actually used his role, and instead of chasing Trix, who was so low, he just turned around and went to the rest of the fight to make sure from ball didn't kill anyone.
I think the big difference right now in the Rama play is that Snoopy was 10 for 12 shots, missing a second shot and a third shot throughout the entirety of the last game, whereas Funball is like lucky to hit 2, it seems.
Well, now it's TSM here taking the Fire Giant Ao Kwong. He wants to come and contest this, and well, of course he can come in invisible and try to do that. Let's take a look at QF Fred. Will he even contest it? As Trixant comes in as well, TSM notices they're there. 10% left on Fire Giant, and they're going to zone them out. Fire Giant free, going to TSM, all 5 members up.
Yeah, Paradigm chooses not even to defend that one. They realize if they wipe 2 people there and leave 3 up, there is no chance to defend.
And look at Rom. Rom's selling off items to finish off his Rage Deathlinger combination, so no Ick-File there. Aussie, to the benefit of Hui, no lifesteal outside of the Devos gloves.
I mean, the issue here is he, yes, got a little bit of crit online, but he just lost 30% attack speed. That is not worth. He's going to be in big trouble here. They lost a
Rom
lot
has
of
the
physical
steroid,
damage.
right? I mean, he can... What he needs is to kill something, right? It's not like he needs sustained DPS. He really just needs to, like, and it's Gars probably. Like, Gars just seems to be kind of the whipping boy here.
Yeah, Gars
for
takes
TSM.
a lot of damage.
And if you look at how he's itemized, it kind of makes sense, right? He's just gone into the Witchblade, a bunch of anti-attack speed, but no, it's going to be Snoopy. They're going to try to burst him down, but Fred, I think Fred over-pursued this one. He's going to blink forward. He's visible now.
Yeah,
Gars is going to slow him down. Yeah, they're going to take out Fred. And that kill could very well mean the game, because the threat of the Ao Kuang on the backside means that TSM is going to think twice about committing, but now they can just go all in.
Ionic, a good shockwave there. Still has taken a lot of damage, cannot be healed. Divios, completely fearless, goes into the Phoenix. He's taking it up. Oh, come on.
I know, sorry, man. Phoenix is still getting aggressed. Zalia, he's in the one now, the hot seat. Judgment Tether coming out, but the Spirit Ball once again from Boosh finding the target, and they'll get themselves a nice kill on it. Nope, they won't. Zalia barely going to live there somehow. Funballer, in fact, going to kill Ionic as he tries to play forward a little bit too much. Phoenix on the right side will fall. That is Fire Giant side Phoenix, so it's the least valuable of all the Phoenixes, but a Phoenix nonetheless.
Still a 1-for-1 trade plus the Phoenix, and they got the tier 2, and they got the Fire Giant. Back to the graphs. Look at that. Look at the roller coaster. You got the big drop and then the little drop, right? But the little drop seems to be still putting them 3,000 gold in the lead.
Thank you very much, Clumsy, for following the path. Great job back there, bud. Re-engage him. Oh my God, is there a Soul Reaver?
No, that was, I think, just max range.
Just max range damage, like 700 damage looks like there. Zalia, he's going to do what he can. Zalia's going to find a second kill now as Trickstank got actually credited for one of those with Wrath of Terra dot. Divios, he wants to fight the whole team to, well, I'll just allow his team to escape, and downhill kill, feed a kill, a Funballer.
You know, that's something that we don't see enough. If two people are in trouble, one person needs to leave, one person goes, just, I'll die, they'll only chase me, because there's not many teams in many situations that could have the presence of mind to go, oh, don't kill that person, because that's a bait, right? It's like, oh, look, dinner.
Gimme.
I will eat that. But yeah, I mean, Paradigm makes I think, a semi-successful defense, right? Only losing one Phoenix is, I think, as much as they could hope for.
And they traded off Fire? I thought that was pretty good.
It was TSM, really a misplay there to re-engage, and they just kind of gave it back, unfortunately. But now we're approaching kind of the extreme late game phase here, 40 minutes plus into this contest. Jeff, who you liking here in the late game?
I still like TSM's fight more, but I love how Cubo has been playing it. I think he's been overextended.
Ionic, don't do it.
Into trying to kill Snoopy a little bit too much, but I think that's, should be his only job, is kill Snoopy, and then they win the fight.
Right, yeah, if they can kill Snoopy, then it's like Boosh has to hit just like the best.
Wait, Clumsy, didn't I just ask for the graphs and there was 3,000 gold difference? Can we go back? What? Hello? Even again. Look at that. Check that out.
Light game Gold Fury. She's now scales.
1750. Right in the pocket. Funball needs to get some kind of items online. Golden hand, please. Oh, player damage. We'll go right back to that. But yeah, 2,200. This could be an Executioner. Oh, no, he already has one. It could be something similar. But look at these player damages here.
Oh, okay, buddy.
All right,
Funballer.
I'm digging it. He needed the attack.
You know what I'm digging Purple Pot Sylvanas.
He's on a killing spree. How could you hate? Like, that's my boy.
Trickskank gonna do an extra 17 damage to all players.
Jeff, was it you or was it Incon that used to play Chalk in the earlier rounds of the tournament to get your KDI up?
It was Incon.
It was Incon?
Yeah.
I thought you might have been really excited about the Purple Pot going back to your roots.
Back
before we did Pro Leagues, Bart, when we had those tournaments, the earlier rounds, Incon used to build like Red Pot Chalk in the support role and steal all the kills to have the highest KDA in the world.
Incon's a good player.
He is a good player.
You know who else is a good player?
Trickstank?
One Yeppe Gilling.
That's Trickstank.
Sitting at 3-0 and 21.
You see this guy drinking half and half the other day, calls it 50-50 milk. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, there's no milk. I'm drinking the 50-50 milk.
So your Danish accent is terrible.
No, come on! First of all, he's from the Netherlands. That's what his jacket says.
Oh, shots.
No,
Portugal and Spain, Netherlands and Denmark.
No, his
I know. I saw it.
jacket,
Yeah, it's got his jersey has the wrong flag on it.
Very mad.
Shout out to Zimstar.
He's very mad about it.
Well, let's go ahead, guys, and as it looks like TSM is going to force a fight here at the Fire Giant, let's listen to how they want to set this one up. TSM comms, take it away, Curse Voice.
It's not
They're
up
back
now.
Rom is a back piece.
I really need a back.
Alright.
Having the sentry control is always good. Just sentry, like, I don't know. It's
Push out one wave right then.
Are you sure? They're gonna try to engage on you guys.
Before is up, yeah, so don't worry about it.
Watch out, Ionic.
What do you guys? If I would have backed earlier, we would have had it. Alright, we'll back in time.
Agnes in left.
It's fine.
We can look to fight.
Yeah, try to fight while Agnes in love. Yeah, their carries are like separated.
Aquang's 2, he's gonna go use on Ionic.
It's not even near.
I got pulled. I'm okay.
That's fine.
Nice. Shield.
Rebel.
Their left Phoenix is up.
Yeah, can we please pressure that? Or pressure,
Yeah,
make
just
them
pressure
choose
fire.
one? Yeah, just pressure fire, then I'll zone them.
If I hit one of their carriers with the spear ball, it's gonna kill them.
Just make
I
sure then they
can fully
reconfigure
lifesteal through this.
We're on
They know
this.
we're on it. They know we're on it. It's at like 16.
We need a turn. We need a turn.
Yeah, turn fight.
Yeah.
He pulled me again. That's Q-Ball or
Heavenly.
Sam,
Yeah.
Alcong's on side.
Heavenly.
I can't.
I got
Help
Alcong.
Snoopy.
Alcong B.
I'm okay.
I got Alcong.
Look at tricks. Look at
Look at
tricks.
Osiris. I'm on
I need
Osiris.
help. I need help.
Agni
Agni
died,
dash.
Agni died.
Agni dash.
Got him. Nice job, Divio.
Look at Agni. Look at Agni.
Agni's dash is down. Hey, fun ball on the side. Fun ball on
I
the side.
can't.
Side. Okay, Zelia.
Our
Kill
power
Zelia.
wins.
Kills it, yeah.
Push out low. Oh, I got him.
Thoughts on power?
You guys didn't like.
Rom.
That's Rom's ult.
Ram.
No, no, no.
Kill the Phoenix. Kill the Phoenix. Kill the Phoenix.
Yeah.
I don't know my.
He's down.
Phoenix fire.
Let me life
Phoenix
steal.
fire.
Alright.
All right, so we're back here, and you're going to check out the items. Something that we didn't notice, and so far isn't hurting them too badly, but very, very far over the CDR cap is Ionic. He's losing a little bit of health gain or protection gain there, which is allowing him all the way to the back, but this has been an incredible push by TSM regardless. We're looking at a lot of control. The Phoenix still goes down. Fumball almost falls there. Trix Tank, though, still hasn't died.
Shoutouts to Boosh and Ionic. Did you see that last play there? You want to let us know how that one went down, Jeff? That was pretty crazy.
Oh my god, I'm in Aegis. Please, someone save me.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm here for you.
So Trix actually times the Aegis perfectly to get the root, but then Boosh comes out of the Aegis with a Spirit Ball to save himself for the moment, and then the Geb Shield barely keeping him alive, and Boosh falls back. But now Fire Giant started up again by Snoopy. You heard in that last call that he said, I can solo this, I can lifesteal through it, and he's going to do just that. Trix Tank, he's just a big tree.
All right, diving into the back line. This is it looks like a 3v4. TSM completely abandons the Fire Giant. They're looking to burn Trix down.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to get him here. Wrath of Terror going to be used heavily.
Ionic's
Ionic's
low.
trying to get out, and yes, it's going to be enough to actually outpace Divios's pluck back. Now Divios trying to surge forward. They took down the Phoenix again in that last engagement. Ionic, he's quite low, and Alquong's going to look for a Cubo Fret. I don't think he can close the distance, though, with rollout. He's going to have to use his blink as well to get there. And it's just too risky of a play right outside the Fire Giant. Paradigm Gaming, now they're the ones with the numbers advantage, perhaps, at this Fire Giant. Will they look to take it? Trix Tank going to recall. Not at least for the moment.
I can't believe that Trix still hasn't died. He's been a part of 25 of 27 kills. And, you know, there was a point where we did an interview, Bart, where the support player asked, what does a support have to do to get MVP? This is what they have to do.
Never die, be in every kill except 2?
Yes.
I see.
Be mad, Jeff.
I don't know. Cubo's doing pretty good this game.
But in con, though.
Actually, Cubo's actually done pretty poorly now. I mean, he was 10-2 this game. He's died 4 times now before finding another kill.
That's true. Yeah, he was really, really far ahead, and it's kind of stagnated. And that's what happens in the end game.
And it's also, well, it's pretty scary now, because if Huyi hits him like one time, he's like, 50% HP.
But the same goes the other way.
That's right. Yeah, he can get damn near one-shotted.
Gold in hand, please, while we see this trade one more time. I'm looking at Ionic here as 788 gold. He needs to sell that Breastplate of Valor.
Zalia
as
gonna be in
soon
trouble
as
here. They're
possible.
going to get the CC chain going. Gar's going to get the Geb shield to keep moving. Zalia Tether comes out. They'll pluck him back. They'll knock him. No, they won't. No driving strike there. No dice. But continuing to posture around the objective here. Fire Giant likely to dictate if TSM is going to be able to close this one out. But the game going very, very late.
can be
Well, Fred got
seen.
marked. That's bad.
Now, I'm pretty sure only Ho Yi can see him.
Yeah.
That's still enough.
It's enough. And I think coordinated team fight.
Exactly.
This Fire Giant fight has been postured for, what, I would say about 11 minutes now? It's been a long time. That Phoenix has respawned and then died again. It's halfway to respawn. Like, that's crazy.
It's just a matter of if.
Look at Zalia right now, just so afraid of Divios. And Divios' build is incredible. He's so tanky against all forms of damage, has a decent amount of CDR on him as well. He's able to really put out a lot of damage. His healing is going to be through the roof. They do have a weakening curse. Sylvanas has that, but realistically, it's only 5 of what should be 13, 14 seconds total.
Starting with the Fire Giant now is TSM. Paradigm Gaming, they have to aggress into this one. Let's actually take a listen to Paradigm's communications through Cursed Voice as they attempt to stop this Fire Giant from TSM.
Go on, they asked the other, go. Oh, we didn't get it. Can we kill him? Get somebody? Come on, kill somebody.
Got Geb.
I'm go.
Bologna.
Can we kill Bologna? ISIS? Help Bologna. I need help. Yeah.
Solia. Right.
He jumped.
I have no cooldowns.
Yeah! Finish. Left.
60 seconds, go left, straight.
Do you have time?
Heard the calls now coming from Paradigm. Finish. 60 seconds down. Ionic going to be the first up at 40. They're going to go right for the left side Phoenix here and try to break the base. I'm sorry. Paradigm looking for the kill. Can they get it? It's going to be really, really close, it looks like.
They got 35 seconds before Ionic. Ionic shouldn't have too much damage here. The big thing is that Trix is not very healthy. He's now part of 29 of 32 kills total. They lost Fire Giant, which means they don't have the bonus damage. We're counting it down. 20 seconds should be enough time.
Boosh is going to be back up in 25. Funballer trying to trend forward. They're going to go for the kill here. Titan starting to fall. 90%, dropping now to 80.
Looking
Paradigm
good.
Gaming. It looks like they're going to have enough damage to get through here.
Looking
10
good.
seconds left on Ionic. Yes, indeed. The
Got it.
Chaos Titan will fall, and Paradigm will draw even at 1 game apiece.
That was pretty incredible on the team fight. And again, somehow Trixtank gets out of that without dying. It's nonsense.
He didn't die the whole game, yeah?
That's incredible. For there to be a total of, what, over 60 kills on the board, and he wasn't one of them at all.
As in a mobile Sylvanas.
The easiest probably to kill Guardian like in the game. Right?
Unless you get the right procs.
Ares, he's very...
Ares, okay, Ares.
He's a lot. He's not easy to kill.
Ymir, walls, late game.
Yeah, you slow him one time, the wall shenanigans doesn't work.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. So Sylvanas is starting to get picked less and less, though, because he is that immobile Guardian, because he's getting picked so much. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Ares just dies for free.
Every time.
Unless you're allied, and then you taunt a dead Comfrey, and then you get pulled out of the sky.
Well, Paradigm.
Incredible.
It wasn't clean. It wasn't maybe the resounding victory that TSM had in game 1 to kind of get them back into that confident fighting shape, but taking that last big fight and having that momentum now going into game number 3. Boys, before we send over the analysts, predictions for game 3.
I mean, with how well TSM won game 1, I think I can expect that they're going to bring this back. Paradigms is a lot closer, but for me, I can't get away from the fact that he was literally 25% over the CDR cap. We have never had someone that high over. Ionic has got to make sure the builds are on point, because if he had more defense there, that probably would have went in their favor.
I'm going TSM, boys.
Yeah, USA. I like Paradigm here. I mean, I think that they're just maybe a little hungrier than TSM. I mean, not to disparage TSM at all or suggest that they hadn't, kind of come into this practice up, but Paradigm, they have a lot to prove. TSM, they're kind of, they've won some lands, they're in a good spot.
I think the average of hunger is higher, but I think Snoopy is the hungriest person on the stage. He wants this more than anybody.
That's fair. Yeah, but I think, Lobster, and specifically Lobster, I think is really, really neat.